From the Rocky Mountain high altitude to the blue turf on the field, it's two things that every team has to deal with when they play here at Albertson Stadium. But for Ohio, they're just treating it like another football game. So once kickoff happens, it's game on. Hey, Joe, Ohio is playing their best basketball of the season at the right time as the MAC tournament is quickly approaching here. Ohio has lost just one game in the past month, largely due to the outstanding play of Erica Johnson, who was named MAC East Player of the Week. Coming into their game against Wisconsin, Justin Fields and the rest of the Buckeye offense joked with running back J.K. Dobbins that the best running back was coming to the shoe this weekend, that being Wisconsin's Jonathan Taylor. And now the question for Ohio State becomes when and if Chase Young will return to the field this season. The Buckeyes expect the NCAA to make a decision this week, but until then, the Buckeyes shift their focus to a trip to New Jersey. It's been almost 3 years since the Athens Bulldogs last lost a game in the TVC Ohio.
It's really neat, you know. I hope to continue through this year with the streak. So that's our goal, you know, to win the TVC and then, you know, continue in the tournament and go as far as we can.
The streak is currently at 30 games. The key to their success, it's all about the daddy hack.
You're just going up there trying to hit a nuke, swinging as hard as you can, taking a big hack.
I don't know, we just hit bombs every game. That's all there is to it.
Hitting bombs and taking care of business on the diamond.
Like Coach says, you know, players that field the best and throw the best usually win.
But it also helps that the core of this Bulldogs team has been playing together for the past 8 years.
They do everything together, so it only, you know, not off the field, but even, you know, on the field, you can just see how tight they are.
The closeness, how everyone just feels so comfortable playing with each other. Everyone's hungry, everyone wants to win. It's just a bunch of gamers playing ball.
So the chemistry is there to make winning easy, but more importantly, just having fun.
We like to break things up and give them a little free day and have a little fun from time to time.
It's a very loose group. We got a ton of very funny kids. Keep it very loose.
Probably the bombs I hit. I don't play a whole lot, but when I do, big daddy hacks.
The Bulldogs might just be daddy hacking their way to their third straight TVC Ohio title. Thomas Garverick, WUB. Welcome back. I'm Thomas Garverick. It was a wild finish in Buffalo over the weekend for the Ohio football team. The game went into overtime. Buffalo scores a touchdown on their first drive, but the BAT went wide right. Louis Zervos, all reliable. That's good. Ohio wins 21-20.
As I look back on my career, you know, this one ranks up there.
On Sunday now, Ohio taking on Bowling Green, all Falcons in this one. Hannah Dolphus from way downtown Ohio falls to BG 3-1. And then across the street, Ohio field hockey in action as well. Ohio taking on Longwood on Saturday. Game tied at 1. Leah Warren fires. Corinne Baker gets credit for the goal via deflection. Regardless, Ohio wins 2-1. The Vinton County Viking girls volleyball team is having one heck of a year. They're 17-1 and have already clinched a share of the TVC Ohio Championship for the first time in 35 years. This is a young team in MacArthur, but that's not stopping the Vikings from being the top of the conference. The Vinton County Vikings girls volleyball team needs just one win to
win TVC outright. I mean, it's been since 1984, so that's just going to be really exciting. We're not going to know how to handle it.
This year we're more prepared. We're wanting to win. It's Maylee, Sydney, and Josie's senior year. We're trying to get a number up there.
The Vikings are undefeated in the Tri-Valley Conference at 10-0. The source for their success, chemistry.
The seniors, they really just opened their arms to us and really took us in. And they really showed us that they were there for us for anything. Whether it was volleyball, whether it was school, they just were our big sisters.
They're all so good. They work so hard. I just love them. And this year we just gotten so much closer. And like we've had sleepovers together. We're doing everything together. It's just so much fun.
It feels like a family with these kids. I mean, I've been around them. Obviously, my niece is on the team, so I've been around a lot of these kids since they were like 3 years old, 4 years old.
The Vikings only have 11 players on the team, 8 of them being just sophomores. So it took time for this group to hit its stride.
And to come to that varsity level, a lot of that was just the inexperience, and you could see there were nerves in a lot of those games we lost, and it was just almost like a panic instead of being confident in playing, and that's the big difference that you can see in these girls.
1 year later, it's a team loaded with talent and gushing with confidence.
The TVCs was our first goal, and now once we get that, hopefully, we're going to try to push in the tournament. We want to make a big run, hopefully get a district championship and a sectional championship.
The Vikings can win the TVC outright for the first time in program history tomorrow night at River Valley. WEB will have the coverage of that game. All season long, the Southeast Ohio community has rallied around their hometown hero, Joe Burrow, and for another Saturday afternoon, fans are tailgating to root for Burrow and the LSU Tigers. If this tailgate is any indication on the impact that Burrow has made in the Athens, Ohio community, it is fair to say that Joe Burrow is indeed Mr. Southeast Ohio.
He means hope. He means life. There's a lot of people around here that don't have much, and Joe has just come from a small town. He's very humble, he's very genuine. He's showing us that if we have a dream, we can achieve that dream.
All the area schools have kind of rallied around the success that Joe has had, and being able to see him perform at the elite level that he is has been awesome.
To have a local guy from the local high school here come out on the scene and really show just what hard work and determination will do. Very, very proud of him.
Burrow's success has given Christ Community Wesleyan Church a great excuse to come together.
We are a close-knit church. What I love about our congregation is that they love out loud. So when we ever have a community event, they all come out.
Our church is really community oriented. We have the opportunity here where God has blessed us to be able to do a lot of things for the community. And this is one of those things where we were able to do that.
Burrow is a symbol of Southeast Ohio.
I grew up here. I love the people. That's what I like about Joe. He's like the people around here. He's just low-key, just a humble guy. And the people here, what you see is what you get, and that's what I like about it.
Thomas Garverick, WUB Sports. Coming into Saturday's matchup with Maryland, the noise around Ohio State was about the absence of Chase Young. And how did the Buckeye defense try to silence some of that noise? Well, in the first quarter, they gave up just one total yard of offense to Maryland. Dobbins is the first Ohio State running back to run for over 1,000 yards in his first 3 seasons. He now leads the Big Ten in rushing. Ben, that was from Friday, and to clarify that right after, Frank did say that discussions with the team have gone well, but it's certainly going to be something to follow come the new year. Yeah, Blake, last week was ugly, and keep in mind, before last week's loss to the Tomcats, this Buckeye team hadn't lost a regular season game since September of 2016. Ohio got off to a roaring start in their homecoming game against Northern Illinois Saturday afternoon, but the second half, a completely different story. The Ohio defense couldn't prevent the Husky offense from finding pay dirt in crunch time and when it mattered the most. For the first time in program history, the Ohio Bobcats have won 3 consecutive bowl games. They hold off the Nevada Wolfpack 30-21 as they claim the 2020 famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Ohio hadn't played since the week of Thanksgiving, so they were eager to get out on the blue turf, pick up action in the second quarter. Ohio going for it on 4th and 1. Nathan Rourke flips it to Julian Ross. He toe taps down the sideline and he gets in for the 12-yard score. I got a front row seat to that one. Ohio up 10-3. Next Ohio drive leading 10-6. Rourke uncorks one to Isaiah Cox. Beautiful ball for a 38-yard pickup. That sets up 2 plays later. Rourke keeps it himself, and like he's done so many times in his career, it's a race to the orange end zone with the defense, and he's in. Man, did I pick a perfect spot to stand in. Ohio up 17-6, and the Bobcats led 20-9 at the break. To the second half we go. Ohio pouring it on. Ohio torched Nevada on the ground for nearly 300 yards. Rourke again flips it out, this time to DeMontre Tuggle, and you know how this thing goes for a Tuggle tutty. Ohio extending their lead to 30-9. But boy, the Wolfpack made this thing real interesting. Carson Strong floats one in the back of the end zone to Elijah Cooks for the 8-yard score. Blocked PAT, but the Wolfpack back in it down 30-15. Next Ohio drive, Rourke's going to field this one for a while. Vicious hit, Rourke fumbles. Wolfpack recovering, they cash in. A few plays later, it's Devontae Lee plowing forward for the 1-yard score. Nevada only down 30-21. Wolfpack driving again, they have all the momentum. 1st and goal, they try a double reverse, ball finds the turf. Bobcats bounce on it, and Ohio holds on for the win. Nathan Rourke in his final game at Ohio takes home the MVP hardware, and Frank Solich celebrates another bowl victory. This one just a tad bit more special.
This team has a special place in my heart for how they responded. Are you kidding me?
Welcome back. I'm Thomas Garver. Good weekend of basketball inside of the convo. Ohio currently the 2 seed in the MAC tournament, taking on Kent State, sitting right behind the Bobcats as the 3 seed. Ohio and Kent neck and neck. Early on, Ohio gets things going. CeCe Hooks to Erica Johnson. And how many times have we seen that? It's Johnson again in transition, man, making it look easy. Nothing but the bottom. Ohio holds off Kent 63-57.
Most teams can't absorb CC getting in foul trouble as well as we can.
Second act of the basketball doubleheader, the Battle of the Bricks. Historic afternoon in the combo. Early stretches, Jason Preston to Jordan Dartis for 3. Rolls around and in. That 3 made Dartis the new 3-pointer king in Ohio history. Halftime show. Pooch. the Pooch was more entertaining than Miami's offense.
I know, like, when it comes down the road, man, I'm going to look back at it, man. Like, that's huge. That's big time.
All right, it's been a while, but I'm bringing back my weekend game ball, and rightfully so. Pretty easy decision when you have a player go for a 15-10-10 triple-double. Chasen Preston was named Mackey's Player of the Week today, and rightfully so. Another match in MAC play over the weekend for the Ohio wrestling team. Ohio taking on Northern Illinois and South Dakota State. Ohio's Shakir Laney. This kid is special. He continued his fantastic year.